Howdy folks, I wanted to talk to you about cold weather sleeping gear, and this is a video that I have been wanting to make for a little while now, but to be honest, I still don't have everything, and well, the deal was I didn't get paid for something I thought I was going to get paid for this month, and so I wasn't able to buy the last component, and it is what it is. I'm going to go over everything. Like I say, there's one component I can't show you, but I am going to tell you about it. It's an important component to it. I don't know when I'm going to get one, but it's getting colder out there. Time is running out, and I've got to get this video out to you. So my apologies for not having that last component. We will go over it, though. Let me go ahead and get this stuff kind of slid off to the side, and we're going to start talking about the sleeping bag first. Now, I know there's a million better sleeping bags out there, you know, but not at this price point. So that's what I'm trying to aim for here. Not only give you viable solutions, but also do it on a price point that you can manage. And I think that's incredibly important for a lot of us. So anyway, this is the sleeping bag that I chose. I still have to get another one of these. These are running $45 bucks, $44.95. I just looked it up today. All of these products, I'll put a link in the description. It will be an Amazon affiliate link. You know the deal with that. But all of these products, I aimed for price point and effectiveness. And this is a sleeping bag I chose. The brand is Wenzel, and I guess more or less like the model is called a Windy Pass. It's a 0 degree bag, and like I say, it's $44.95 right now at the time of this video. Let me just tell you what they have to say about it. I've got myself a cheat sheet here. This is what they say. A great choice for four-season campers, the Wenzel Windy Pass Mummy-style sleeping bag offers a warm, comfortable night's sleep thanks to its 0 degree Fahrenheit temperature rating. It's filled with 56 ounces of hypoallergenic omega-2 polyester fiber fill. The offset quilt construction encapsulates the polyester fill between the two layers of outer fabric to help reduce cold spots. It features a drawstring hood, a full-length 3-inch draft tube, and a 3-inch internal shoulder collar to help keep the cold out. Other features include a self-repairing zipper, an Oxford nylon stuff sack. Specifications are it's 33 inches by 84 inches. The fill is 56 ounces, non-allergenic, omega-2 that is. The outer is polyester. Liner is soft polyester pongee, something to that effect. And storage is an Oxford stuff sack. So let me get this blanket out of the way here. And let me go ahead and just open this up. And then I'll set it off to the side and put it back in the bag when I'm done. So I'm not going to make you wait through me doing that. And I showed this bag in the tent video that I did. Put that off to the side. And now the reviews. If you read the reviews, there's a lot of people that say they don't know quite that they would go for saying it was a 0 degree bag. But, you know, most of the comments are very positive. Most of the people agree that it's well worth the money. And even if it's not quite a true 0 degree bag, my intent with this video is to get you to that level as inexpensively as possible. Because I'll tell you what, sleeping bags, if you get the hiking bags that, you know, are ultra light, they're ultra small and all that, but even, you know, even protect you against colder temperatures and what this will, those are great if you can afford them. I wished I could get a couple, but I can't, and that is life. So anyway, here's the opening here, and it's got, sorry, I'm limited on space here. It's got a little Velcro thing that you pull open to expose the zipper, and you know, I can't show you the whole thing on here because I don't have room, but man, this is that little drop tube thing they were talking about. And this thing is just incredible. I love the sleeping blanket. It's sleeping bag. It's without a doubt the nicest one I've ever had. And anyway, $44.95, and I really do think that's going to do a really good job. Still need to get one more of these as soon as I can, because like I say, it's time's running out. It's getting cold, and I'm pretty convinced that we're going to be looking at some woes this winter when it comes to energy. So be prepared. That's the biggest, most important thing, is be prepared. So that's the sleeping blanket, or sleeping bag, I'm sorry. And so I think that's an incredible choice. But again, you know, if you're talking about a period of time with no heat at all, and that's what I'm telling you to be prepared for. You know, it's great. We come up with all these solutions for alternative heat, but I really think that it's imperative that people are prepared for absolutely no heat at all, and then work up from there. Then work for your conveniences, so to speak. But I think you would be, I think you'd be failing yourself if you did not have preparations for having no heat at all. So next up, let's see, what do I have on here? The wool blanket. So we'll just stay in order of what I've got it printed here. The wool blanket. This is a $35 EKTOS, and I'm not going to open this all up. I don't know that I'll get it back in that bag. This is an EKTOS 90% wool blanket. They claim it's washable. We'll talk more about that in a moment. 4.5 pounds, and it's twin size. It measures 66 inches by 90 inches. Again, this is $35 for this. And these go in and out of stock a lot. So do the sleeping bags. So this is what they have to say. I'm not going to read all of this. It says, perfect indoors or outdoors, EKTOS wool blankets are loom woven, ruggedly designed, and finished on all sides. They get the job done equally well in the wilderness, your adventure van, or the master bedroom. We've worked hard to make these blankets as soft, non-scratchy, and odor-free as possible, but hey, they're still made from wool. See comfort tips in the fact below. And so when you read, you know, the comments on this, you're going to find that there are a fair amount of negative comments. But to be honest, sounds to me like a lot of people that don't know how to take care of wool. Now, I'm not speaking from some mountaintop, because I really don't know how to take care of wool properly. I'm learning as well. But one thing I have learned is you don't put them in the washer, even if they tell you they're washable. So, because they will shed, and they will shed a lot. And there's a lot of people that don't properly care for these, and then they cry and complain that it's a fault of the product, when it's actually a fault of their care for the product. So I would highly recommend that you don't wash these, especially in a machine. A lot of people say they recommend you like just mist it with something and spot clean it if you know it gets something on it. But if it gets to the point to where something absolutely has to be done with it, there's a lot of folks that recommend that you put it in a tub with some very, very light soap. Nothing that will dissolve proteins. That's very important. And then from there, you can hand wash it in the tub, and then of course air dry it on a line. From my understanding, that is the best, most proper way to care for a wool blanket. You will also see that there is quite a few complaints about odor. Okay. From my understanding, I am not the wool expert. From my understanding, wool blankets stink. It's just one of the things. They stink, especially when they're brand new. To me, it's not overpowering. Okay, it's not whatsoever. It's not overpowering. But then again, and I'm going to be frank here, I'm not a candy ass. So to me, it's not overpowering. It does have an odor to it. But it's not that big of a deal. They say that you can, if you really want to, you could hand wash it and get rid of some of that odor. I would recommend probably just, if you're that concerned with it, opening it all up and hanging it up somewhere. And I don't know, maybe even spraying it down with some Febreze might be a little help. But you have to understand the animal you're dealing with here. No pun intended. It's wool. Okay, it's wool, and wool has an odor. That's what it is. right? Do you want to freeze to death, or, you know, and cry about the smell, or do you want to survive? Oh, one other thing about this. So obviously, you know, you could wrap this around your entire sleeping bag, and you know, it's big enough to do that. But also, this makes a great solution that if you're out in the field, so to speak, somewhere, you're camping in a tent or something like that, and you're going to be on the hard ground, you could use this part of the sleep system to lay down as a pad to insulate between you and the ground. And that would massively help. So anyway, again, that's an EKTOS, 90%. There wasn't such good thoughts and feelings about their 80% wool blanket. They say the 90 and 100% wool blankets are the route to go. So, again, that was $35. This here is actually not any type of a blanket or anything like that. I'm sure you can read. It's a poncho. But it goes like with a set. I don't have the other part. I don't have the Woobie, okay? I have to get the Woobie blanket. Again, I thought I was going to get paid for services this month. Did not happen. So it is what it is. I'll get it when I can. But I wanted to show you this, and I'll talk to you about both of them and how to use them. So it's USGI is the brand. No, it's not the military surplus stuff, and there's a fair amount of complaints about how thin the material is and stuff like that compared to what these folks were familiar with in the 90s and all, and whatever. This isn't the 90s anymore, and we have a lot of new materials that we use that are actually even better than the old materials. And guess what? Part of those advancements mean it's going to be thinner and lighter and easier to carry. Okay? Why? Because that's common sense. So anyway, it is kind of a thin poncho, but it'll do the job. You know, no, I wouldn't go crawling through briar patches and all. You know what I mean? It's called common sense. It's called common sense. This is not some type of heavy-duty, super-duty gear for trekking through the brush with. It's a poncho, and it's you know, it is what it is. If you need something that's heavier, something more like the older, you know, rubberized kind of ponchos from military surplus, then that's what you need to get, okay? But if you don't plan on spending the rest of your life in the woods trying to survive, like any smart prepper, then I don't see the need to get a super ultra heavy duty poncho. I don't see it. There's a lot of folks out there that when they prep, they think that everything has to be super heavy duty military grade all the way from the top to the bottom, okay? And I would beg to differ, because if you're setting up your bug out stuff with all this super heavy duty gear, that's great and all, but where are you bugging out to? Because if your plan is just to bug out to the woods and you don't have a plan beyond that, well then you don't have a plan, period. You don't, because I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're not going to hunt and fish your way to prosperity, and I'm sure you've heard that a few times. Listen to it. There's a reason why people are trying to tell you that, okay? That's why I don't think it's necessary for people to go out and spend tons and tons and tons of money on even just the bag alone, the bug out bag alone. Some people will go out and spend several $100s on a bag. Why? Why? It makes no sense to me. Anyway, I won't get on a tirade on the lack of common sense of prepping, but some prepping. But anyway, it's decent. Now this, like I say, it goes together. Let me tell you what they have to say on this real quick. I didn't get there, sorry. It's called the USGI Industries Military Style Poncho Multi-Use Ripstop Camouflage Rain Poncho. And at the time of this video, they were selling at $32.99. Of course, I'll put the link in the description. I believe these were all the same. So far, everything kind of same. I'll explain in a second. What they say about this is that USGI Industries military style poncho is an exceptional piece of field gear. Its grommets and snaps allow for the poncho to have dozens of uses. You can also use it with your poncho liner, which we're going to talk about in a second, to make yourself a sleeping bag. Look inside for a list of survival uses. Full military grade size, 62 inches by 82 inches. Incredibly strong ripstop, 210T polyester. Water pressure resistance of 2,000 millimeters to 3,000 millimeters. I guess that's millimeters. H2O.8 heavy-duty dark metal grommets. 16 heavy-duty universal dark metal snap buttons. Compatibility with backpacks and back-carried Army duffel bags. Strong drawstring for a much comfortable and tighter fit. Strong compact storage bag with list of survival uses. USGI Industries is a disabled veteran-owned brand. All products are designed, packaged, and distributed in the USA. Portions of every sale are donated in support of disabled veteran and first responder organizations. And they do give you kind of a neat little thing with it. That's what you get with it. So, neat little booklet here. Let me try to open it up a little bit. Kind of cool little booklet they give you with it. But, again, it is what it is. It's not the super heavy-duty ultra tactical, but it's will certainly serve its purpose for us. So, again, I don't have the liner. That's what I have yet to get. So I can't show you it. I can only tell you about it. And I'll still link it down in the description. Now, these are different prices depending on the color choice that you make. Everything I do is black, and there's a reason for that. I don't need to hear a ton of people tell me why I'm wrong for doing that. You don't know my situation. You just don't know. There's a reason for me going all black. You do you, boo. Whatever type of system, whatever type of terrain, whatever you're looking to do, you do you. But there's a reason for me choosing black for my gear. And it's not to be super cool tactical either. Okay. The item I don't have is called a USGI Industries Military Woobie Blanket. Thermal insulated camping blanket, poncho liner, large portable, water resistant for hiking, outdoor survival, comes with compression carry bag. Yeah, all that's in the title. $39.99 for the black one. Now, again, I'm trying to keep everything matching, and it is kind of important that it's black. So they're a little more expensive. Some of the other color variations are like $32.99 at the time of this video. So, depending on what color you need, it could be anywhere from, like 33 to 40 bucks or so-ish. This is what they say. Polyester nylon. It says multi-use poncho liner. It says this essential piece of military survival gear provides warmth and insulation against most weather elements, which make for the ultimate camping and outdoor blanket. Camel pattern is one-sided. And it goes down and says stuff. I'm just going to cover the important stuff. Tightly woven nylon fabric, insulated with quick-dry polyester batting, is reinforced with wave pattern quilting. Features 8 pairs of cords attached around the edges with reinforced bar tack stitching. Measurements: poncho liner is approximately 62 inches by 82 inches total length and weighs 1.75 pounds with compression sack. Includes military issue style compression stuff sack, which reduces space and volume. Okay, and that's all the important part of their little advertising there. So what the deal is that works with this in conjunction with this poncho. Now, I saw a lot of discussion, and I'm not ex-military. I don't know. I saw a lot of discussion on the liners and saying that the liners really aren't designed to be used while you're wearing this as a poncho. Okay. But even if you look at USGI's page, which will be linked, where they sell the liner, they will tell you, right in their advertisement, that in an emergency you could slit a hole in the middle of the liner and I guess put it inside your poncho and have your poncho and your liner on at the same time. From my understanding, that is not how they were used. Now, I could be wrong. Again, I'm not ex-military. I could be wrong. But from my understanding, they were just used like a sleeping bag. That will actually go inside of here, and it will fit perfectly inside of this poncho, right? And then there's grommets that you can tie off the tie-offs with. And then this poncho has snaps all the way around it. And so you can literally crawl inside the thing and snap it up like a sleeping bag, okay? So if you had your poncho liner inside of your poncho and you had it wrapped around that 0 degree, what they claim to be a 0 degree sleeping bag, and that wool blanket underneath of you as an insulator pad, I'm pretty sure that you're going to survive. In any place in United States anyway, I am pretty sure that would be enough to keep your core body temperature high enough to keep you alive, even without any other type of external heat source whatsoever. So this is the plan that I've got going on. Again, I've got to get another one of the sleeping bags, and then I do have 2 of the wool blankets. But I have to get another one of the ponchos, and I have yet to get 2 of the Woobie blankets or the poncho liners. But, you know, get on this stuff, folks. And I wanted to get this video out because, like I say, I don't know when I'm going to be able to complete getting this stuff. But you guys, you know, in my opinion, this is the important stuff you guys need. This is the stuff that needs to be talked about by the prepper channels, but they're too busy trying to play news channels that they ain't got time to teach you anything useful. So it is what it is, and I'm unapologetic about it. So anyway, there you go. That's what I've got planned in our systems. I hope you have a blessed day. Shalom.